Hi second graders, it's our Thursday writing video. This is our last writing video this week before we get into some more serious writing next week. So we are going to have some fun with the characters that we created yesterday. So if you don't remember which characters we are talking about, why don't you take a look back at yesterday's writing and get yourself familiar with the alien, the dog, and then whatever character they decided to create.
Yes.
All right. So today we are going to be coming up with the beginning, the middle, and the end of our story. And we are going to use some of those skills that I remember highlighting in lilac and purple earlier this week. We are going to be putting them into our story. All right. So at the beginning of a story or a narrative, whether it's real or made up, we need to introduce our characters and the setting, which is where the story takes place. So on the first line, I am going to make sure that I write, okay, well, I know that we have an alien, which is Henry, right? I know that we have a dog. What I don't know is who the other character is. So our students are going to have to tell me here who that character is. So if yours is that ballerina or a zombie or a basketball player, you can write that here on the lines. We have an alien, a dog, and whoever your third character is. All right, Mrs. Grant. I know that the alien, and he kind of like, I'm thinking maybe meets the dog. So we could write, you know what? I'm going to use his name because Henry is his name, right? So I could write Henry meets Rex. And we need like a setting. We need like a town, or how about, I don't know, Morgan. Well, I don't want to use Morgan Hill because that's a real place. What do you think? How about Morgan Mountain?
Mountain?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So they meet in Morgan Mountain. What else could we do? Maybe like a season. Should it be summer? Should it be winter?
Winter.
Okay, winter. I'm going to write that over here because I think that's a good setting word. It's winter. I don't know. I'm going to write cold. Burr.
Okay.
All right. So let's just take a look at what we have in the beginning of the story. We have our characters. We know kind of what happens in the beginning. They meet one another, and it's taking place in Morgan Mountain during the winter, and it's really cold.
Okay.
Now over here, I'm going to let our students do this. You can draw a little sketch. Maybe you want to draw the mountains. Maybe you want to draw your little alien over to the side. You can draw your own little sketch in the box. Okay, middle of the story. This is where all the events take place, and we need to come up with a problem that the character faces.
Okay.
What do you think?
If it's an alien coming to Earth, maybe he crash landed. And
does he lose something? I don't know.
maybe he lost his spaceship. Maybe he got ejected on the way down and
Ooh, I
can't
like that.
find his spaceship.
So Henry, what were we gonna say? He crashes?
He crashed.
Henry crashed. Okay.
I don't want to loses his spaceship.
Loses spaceship. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe he's hungry. I don't know. He's hungry.
He might discover dog food and have an affinity for it, which means he really likes the taste of dog food.
Ooh, he really likes dog food. You never know.
It's like
He's
a
hungry.
gourmet delight. Like it's something that's really fancy to aliens.
Loves dog food.
That might be how he ends up meeting Rex.
All right, so boys and girls, we've got a crazy story. We've got an alien, a dog, and whatever your character is. They're meeting in Morgan Mountain in the cold, but Henry's spaceship has crashed.
And he's hungry,
He's so hungry.
maybe he ends up smelling the dog food, and he goes to that bowl of dog food in somebody's backyard. And I'm just like, you don't have to write this. I'm just like
Yeah.
kind of thinking where my story would go. I'm modeling my thinking. And when he's chowing down, using his third butt leg to feed himself,
It's so he doesn't fall.
okay, then the dog Rex comes outside. He's like, "Who is in my dog food?
Yeah.
Is it that silly raccoon that's been bothering me,
uh-huh.
or whatever character you guys created. But no, it ends up being Henry the alien, and they end up making friends. At first, obviously, he's mad. You're eating my dog food. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
But, then they end up becoming friends, and he's like, I'm really good at smelling things, so if I smell you, maybe I can track down your spaceship.
Yeah, because he needs to find a spaceship, but he's also hungry.
Yeah. You guys are going to have to come up with the rest of the story, though, and tell us how it ends and maybe what your made-up character has to do with all of this. You can tie that character in and help solve the problem that the alien has.
All right, so boys and girls, we set you up. You know your characters and setting. You know the problem. You have an alien who is hungry and lost his spaceship. We want to know, what would you do to solve that problem? So give us just a couple ideas down here. You do not need to use complete sentences. Writing is supposed to be fun, so just have some fun with it, and then give us a few sketches to show us what's happening in your story.